Hey, 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 welcome to part 6. Hey there guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video and for choosing me to spend this time with. This is my channel, Once Upon a Nursery, and I am Tamra, head Fruit Loop, top dog, and your host as always. And today is my hashtags T-Roar Thursday, hashtag Tamra Thursday, where I come into your lives and try to make things even just a little bit better if I can. That's the goal. Make you smile. So lately I have been telling the story of my life with a real Karen. And we are on part 6, but not only that, today I also have a name reveal for you for this little baby. So we will also be doing that today. So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? So when we left off, I had gotten a knock on my door, and also I was going to say that I forgot and left this out, but I will link the other parts, the other 5 parts in my description. So if you have not seen the first parts of this video, I encourage you to go back to part 1 or wherever you left off, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. Everything will be down in my description. Okay, so that being said, I got a knock on my door, and it was about 2 months after things had gone awry. I'm sitting in my room, and so there's a knock on my door, and the door opens, and it's Karen. What a surprise. So unexpected, right? So, I just kind of look at her, and she's like, Tamra, she's like, I just wanted to apologize to you. And I said, okay. And so she proceeds to start apologizing to me for the way that she has been treating me. And eventually she starts crying, and she's talking about how her dog is in poor health and that she's probably going to have to put him to sleep, which never happened, by the way. I don't know about the dog's health. He was never taken to the vet as far as I knew. Not my business, and maybe he had, but to my knowledge. So I don't know anything about that, and it's not part of this story. So anyways, but she's saying that she's upset about her dog, and that she really had no excuse for the way that she treated me, that she's a very, very nice person, that she would give someone the shirt off of her back for them, that she's never treated anyone like this in her life. And I'm just sitting there listening to her. She's crying and crying and crying. And I'm just listening, just kind of nodding. And she's like, I hope that you can forgive me. And I was like, I forgive you. And she's like, that easily? And I was like, yes, that easily. And she's like, how are you so kind? She's like, how are you this nice of a person? And I was just like, because I choose happiness every day. I was like, I choose to be this way. I said, therefore, when someone verbally attacks me numerous times, I was like, I choose positivity and happiness over being upset and angry with that person. I said, so that is how I so easily forgive you. So she carries on a bit more, and I told her, I kind of stopped her because she kept going and going and going, and I'm just like, had enough, I guess. Does that sound bad? But I was like, look, I said, take this experience and learn from it. Learn something. I said, there is a lesson in here if you look for it. I was like, learn from this, and then don't repeat your mistake. And she was like, okay, I will. I'll learn from this experience. And I was like, okay, cool, good. And she gave me a hug, and I kind of did a little tap, 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 you know. And I am a person who says that I have word vomit, diarrhea of the mouth. I said, oh my God, you smell like cigarettes so strongly. And she pulled back from me, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I just smoked a cigarette. And I was like, it's fine. It's okay. I said, it's just kind of strong. And she's like, well, I also wanted to tell you that, you know, you can eat any food that you want. Anything that I bring into the house. Anything that you want, you can have it. She's like, you know, you don't have to ask or anything like that. She's like, anything that I have, you know, is yours. And she's like, also, whenever I go get groceries, she's like, you know, you can add some things to the grocery list if you need to. And she's like, I would be happy to get anything for you that you want. And I was like, well, thank you. You know, I appreciate that, you know. And so she eventually left my room. And I'm sitting there after she leaves my room, and I'm just like, there was no like sincerity in this apology whatsoever. It felt very fake. I wasn't buying it. I did not trust it. I was just like, okay, what was that? You know, like, I immediately got on the phone with my besties, and I'm just like, you guys, you would not believe what just happened. And they're not buying it either, you know. And, oh, there's Stella. There's Stelly. Anyways, so things were okay. For a little while, things were okay. I still was not hanging out with her. I still was keeping my bedroom door shut all the time. Not having anything to do with them, pretty much like it had been, you know, except there were, you know, some occasional pleasantries exchanged, you know. And sometimes I would go sit out on the front porch, and, you know, she would come out there, which was fine. But I wasn't seeking her company, and I did not ask her to come with me or anything like that. So, yeah, so everything was okay for a little while. And then, let's see, it was in June of this year, 2025. It was in June. The ex's mom used to buy our laundry soap and gave me explicit instructions to keep it in my room, that the laundry soap was for me and the ex only, that she did not want Karen using it because she was not responsible for her. That is fine. It is her money that is buying the laundry soap. It is her right to say who uses it and who doesn't. But this had been a thing since Karen had moved in. She literally bought our laundry soap all the time. The reason why is because she's a member with Sam's Club, and she would order it online and have it shipped to herself, and it was a lot cheaper than buying it in the store. So she's always gotten us laundry soap, like always. There wasn't anything new. But when Karen moved in, she explicitly told me she didn't want her using it because she wasn't responsible for this grown woman. you know, that the ex and I were her kids, and she didn't mind helping us out. So, there was a day when the ex came in my room and he was upset, and he says, do we have any laundry soap? And I was like, I think I have 1 or 2 pods left. And he's like, well, I need it. And I was like, well, I need at least 1 because I said I have laundry to do myself. This was like the beginning of June, I do believe. Yeah, like right around the beginning of June. And anyways, so I got the laundry soap from the spot where I kept it, and sure enough, I only had 2 pods left. I gave him 1. He left my room, and that was that. So he had gone on to work. I came out, I don't know, probably a couple of hours later. As soon as I opened my bedroom door, Karen got up from where she was sitting on her mattress in the middle of the living room floor where she was sleeping. She wouldn't sleep in her room. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but she had a futon mattress in the middle of the living room floor, and that's where she used to sleep and where she used to hang out, and that's where she was all the time. She did stop sleeping on my couch and started sleeping in the middle of the living room floor. So anyways, she was sitting on her bed, and as soon as I opened my bedroom door, she got up and she went out on the front porch. I didn't think anything about it. Didn't think anything about it at all. Oh, wait, let me go back a little bit. Let me go back just a little bit. Okay, so the grocery thing. I like to eat eggs, and I was eating 2 eggs for breakfast nearly every morning. And one day she says to me, we need to not eat so many eggs because eggs are a staple in the household, and we need to have them to make other things. And I was like, fair enough. I won't eat so many eggs. So I stopped eating the eggs. I ate bacon one time. Just once I ate bacon. About a week later, she's like, we need to not be eating bacon all the time because bacon is really expensive. I said, I've only had bacon once, so that's no big deal to me. I have no problem with that at all. And then one day for lunch, there was nobody there, and there was a bag of Sun Chips that were up in my cabinet. And it literally had 8 chips in it. And half of them were broken. The rest was crumbs. And since the bag had been sitting up there for like a month, I went ahead and I ate them. Later on that night, she comes and knocks on my door. She's like, Tamara, did you eat my Sun Chips? And I was like, yes, I did. And I didn't even get a chance to say. The bag was pretty much empty. And she was like, oh, well, I was looking for them. I was going to eat them. And I was like, oh, sorry. She's like, no, it's fine. It's fine. I was sitting there thinking to myself, so much for eating whatever I want, huh? Anyways, so fast forward back to the beginning of June. All that was in May. So, anyways, so she had gone out on the front porch as soon as I came out of my room. And I was going to go make myself something to eat when I look over and there is a note on the refrigerator. So that is where I'm going to end it for today. Cliffhangers, I love it, don't you? Anyways, I will pick up with part 7 next week, and we will probably possibly have the conclusion. There's just a little bit left to this story. I may be able to conclude next week. There may be one more part after that. But I'll see if we can finish up this story next week. So, but yes, I'm leaving you with the note that is taped to the refrigerator. All right, guys. So now that is over with for today, it is time to reveal the name of my little 5 surprise baby. Trying to get him. Anyways, my little 5 surprise baby that my brother got me when I went to go visit him. So, and please, if you would please, do not put the baby's name in the comments. You can say cute name, nice name, whatever. It's going to be hashtag name reveal, so obviously I'm going to be doing a name reveal. But just don't put what the name is, please. I like for everyone to find out on the video. So, just don't put it in the comments. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for that. So, without further ado, I have decided to name this little baby Brody Eric. The reason why I'm naming him Brody is because my bro bought him for me, so Brody. And my brother's middle name is Eric. I did add an extra letter because you guys know that all of my babies have double letters somewhere in their name, so I did spell Eric a bit different. But yes, this is little Brody Eric, and I wanted to once again say thank you to my brother for buying me this little baby. Thank you, Tommy Pickles. I love you. Alright guys, I want some more of these. I want more babies. More babies. Feel free to send me some at... I'm just kidding. Anyways. Alright guys. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today while I can continue to tell the story of my life with A Real Karen, and also for hanging out while I did the name reveal for my new little 5 surprise baby that I recently got. Yeah, it was really fun. I hope you enjoyed the story today, and I hope you like his name. Yay! So, please consider hitting that like and subscribe if you haven't. Hit the notification bell so that you will be notified every time I upload a video. Comments and sharing are always welcome. And don't forget to check out my YouTube shorts that I do. Every week, whenever I post a video, I post a short to go along with it. And that is also for all of my tags. And I will leave a link to my Instagram. Oh, wait. Hold on. I also have my Instagram where I post photos and videos. And I'll leave a link to my Instagram in my description. I just screwed that all up, did I not? Oh well. So, anyways, I love you guys so very, very much. And I will see you next week. If you are enjoying yourself and you love my videos, why don't you go ahead and put that link right up there and continue the fun. Until then, I love you and I will see you next week. Bye guys!